Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. The Texans are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Jags, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans.
He's checking. Crash. Let's go!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, baby! Woo! Here we go!
Second down, Kaiser.
Hey, check.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Ohio! 4 down. Here we go!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Kaiser setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
I got trick this side. We got three. Come on, let's go!
Kaiser from the gun on third. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go!
A first down carry now for Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it again with Miller. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
It's complete to Fuller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Single. I got a single on the slot.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, tight. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Kaiser now. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll go down here at the they'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Let's get it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Double tight. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
To the air again. Kaiser got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Strong right. Let's go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Double up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Come on.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Miles Jack
Good job.
in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Watch right. We got right.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Here we go. 180. Heat these two. White 80.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
50.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Go
Set.
down.
Black 20.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Cobb in motion right. Fournette, a first down carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run.
Roger, Roger. These two. Set. Black 5. 2.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
All right, here we go.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down. And getting our first update now from Nashville. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, watch the left. Watch the left.
All right, now. Black 5.
Yo.
2.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Here we go.
Jack 16. Blue 30.
Tight dog.
Middle.
Hey, check 20.
All right, here we go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
Hey, watch the right. Here we go.
Black 20.
Here we go.
98's Mike.
Check 4.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Get ready.
Set.
And off to Fournette. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Yeah, baby.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. Things, he's making sure it's just a little bit extra.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Set. Easy.
Mike's 47.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Hey, watch the ball. Here we go. White 80.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. but the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he'll go down at the 28. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all about joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
3 down. Oh, let's go.
Able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
13, watch 13.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Nice pick, boy. 2 times.
Hey. We got 3.
Here we go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Got double tight. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Check pass.
Here we go. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Ohio!
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Come on, let's go! What? 90!
They go play action here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Watch tight, watch tight.
Here we go! Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On play action, Kaiser steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Caught by Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, they run some kind of run. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Strong right, strong right. Pick it up, guys.
Easy, easy.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Meanwhile, the second quarter, and no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Kill. 30. Kill.
Now a play fake here on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Ringo.
Watch the run.
30.
Set.
Hey, watch it.
Monday.
Watch the edge.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's it,
A
baby.
good pickup there, a 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Set. White 80.
Man, I got you.
They'll give Ford out another crack. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch left. Set. Black 20. Hey.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Double tight, double tight. We got three, fellas.
Let's go.
We got three.
What? 9.
Here's Kaiser. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's third and long.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Here we go. What? 9.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Let's go now.
Wide 80.
We got 4.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
They'll run it again with Fournette.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
This is Fournette. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hurry up, let's go. Here we go. 4 down.
Switch.
Set. Butt fire. Shift. Out. Let's go.
Crunch.
Running left, it's Fournette. And some space here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Wide 80.
Check 547.
Black, what's that?
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Blue 30.
Check.
Hurry up, let's go.
Slam.
Wide 80. Black, I said.
They'll run again with Blount. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Exit.
Black 80.
Check your hot read.
Double bump.
Under 10. 10.
Set. Blue 30.
2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines is extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Back now here on EA Sports. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Field's right! Field's right!
Come on, let's go!
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Kaiser in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Miles Jack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And bulldozing his way through. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll toss it to Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, baby!
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Flex one alert!
Again, it's Fournette. And some room to run now. And still fighting. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st.
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Strong left.
Double bump. Set. Black fire.
Cover it.
No foul. Set. White.
Fournette on the counter. And maybe a measure danger of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
These two.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's actually not. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special. This one hasn't.
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Come on! They begin with a run by Miller.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
We got 3. Let's go.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Let's go.
Tip carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Two times. You got 3.
Come on.
Now Kaiser. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Man left,
So
man
trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
3 down, 3 down.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
57
White,
to Mike.
90.
57 to Mike.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. They're on to the 4th quarter now before Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3
Here we
now.
go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
We got right coming. Watch out.
Southbound.
You don't want it? No. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Alert.
Corner.
3 down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He won't go down. And all the way down to the 26. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 53 yards.
All right, here we go. 47.
White
Right, 47.
3 buzz. Shift. Watch the shift.
Middle. Here we go. Block 80.
SOS.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think they can follow this and carry it forward.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.